Hi, I'm Julie Marie, and I'm excited to bring to you another one of my great recipes. Tonight I'm making a spicy curry. I've got a hot pan heating up, and I'm going to add a tablespoon of cumin seeds. If you haven't worked with these before, they are the great starting point of any good curry. And we're going to put them in a dry, hot pan, and they're going to start to pop. And when they start to pop, they release the oils, and that's where we get all the flavor. There's no oil in this curry recipe. It's not very traditional, but it's a cleaned up, vegan, low-fat version of a curry. So we're making this super heart healthy. Okay, I don't know if you can hear them, but they're starting to pop. They start to move around a little bit in the pan. It smells wonderful. They're releasing all the oil from the seed. That's what's going to give this dish some great flavor. So before they burn, you want to add 3 cups of vegetable broth. I have an organic vegetable broth. You can see how hot this pan is. And that vegetable broth will cool them off before they start to burn. You don't want them to burn because your whole dish will taste burned. And then what I'm going to add to that, I'm going to let that keep heating. And I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic. These are large cloves. I'm using my garlic press. You could finely dice this if you don't have a garlic press. It's a great kitchen tool to pick up. You can find it for under $10. And I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of grated fresh ginger. I've peeled this ginger root. And any remaining ginger, you want to put it in either a baggie or a glass dish or a Tupperware, whatever you prefer, and put it in the freezer. And it'll keep for you there nicely, because if you leave it out on the counter, it'll just shrivel up. So I always keep my ginger in the freezer. So it's going to give it a nice warm flavor. If you don't have any ginger, still make this dish. It'll still be great without it. And then I want you to add 3 tablespoons of curry powder and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. I had a friend send me a message and a post about the health benefits of turmeric. They are anti-cancer. In India, where they eat this, there's no cancer present, and in cultures that consume this product, it has anti-cancer benefits. And that's 2 teaspoons of salt. If you're watching your salt intake, you can admit it. And then what we're going to add to that is 1 whole onion sliced. I have a sweet Vidalia onion. You could use any kind of onion that you have on hand. You just want a nice large one. And then I also have 2 large potatoes diced, kind of a large dice. And we're going to bring this to a boil to cook these potatoes down and these onions. You can see this is getting a nice golden color from the turmeric and from the curry powder. The curry powder already includes turmeric, so you don't have to add it. It's not so much a flavor reason that I added it. I just added it to up the benefits of eating turmeric. We added the potatoes and the onions, and we're going to add the heat, the spice to the curry. This is optional. If you don't like spicy food at all, don't bother with this. But I'm going to add 1 Thai pepper or 1 jalapeno pepper. If you want to cool it down and still want the flavor of the pepper, use the jalapeno, but take the seeds and the white ribbing out. That'll help cool it down. I put it in the food processor, or you could use a mini chopper, or you could practice your knife skills. This will help with getting a really fine dice so that you don't bite into a big piece of jalapeno or chili, Thai chili. So we're going to keep this on a pretty high heat and bring this up to a boil, and then turn it down to a simmer and cover it so we can get those onions nice and tender. They're going to wilt down, and the potatoes should be tender so that they're nice to bite into. Okay, these onions are getting nice and tender, and the potatoes are getting nice and tender as well. I'm just going to feel them with a fork. They're nice and fork tender. Looks beautiful. It smells wonderful. And what I'm going to add to this is I cooked and jarred my own beans, which I have a cooking video on plantpurity.com. Check it out for cooking your own organic dried beans. It's super simple and easy. Or you could use a can of chickpeas, a 15-ounce can. Drain them, rinse them, and add them to your dish. This is going to increase the protein and the fiber of the dish. So we're going to stir those in. It's going to cool things down a little bit. We'll keep that heat on. And then I'm also going to add, I have 3 cups of unsweetened organic soy milk. My preference is this West Soy brand. There's only soybeans and water in here, and it's all organic, non-GMO. It's my favorite soy milk. It's the only soy milk that you should be using. A lot of the other ones, they have carrageenan and all these additives in them. I don't eat any food additives or preservatives in anything that I make. It's not necessary. And those products are out there. You just have to read labels and search for them, unfortunately. But I hope I can make it easier for you to eat this way. Cleaner, the better. So I'm adding 3 tablespoons of organic cornstarch. You can find this at your local health food store, Whole Foods, or Fruitful Yield. It's non-GMO cornstarch. It's made from non-genetically modified corn. So, and organic. So you're going to add that to your soy milk. And this is what's going to thicken up our curry. What I'm doing here is I'm eliminating the traditional cream, yogurt, or coconut milk. So I'm going to add this to our dish and I'm going to whisk. And this is going to thicken and give us a nice creamy curry. Just keep it on high heat, keep it boiling until it thickens up. This curry, what you could add to it, I'm going to add green peas to it today. You could add green beans. You could eliminate the potatoes altogether. I've been trying to incorporate more potatoes into my diet because of their fiber benefits and their protein content and their energy that they're supplying me. I'm eating a lot more carbohydrates nowadays that I've eliminated the fats out of my diet, the unnecessary fats like olive oil, canola oil, corn oils, grapeseed oil, all of these things I was including in my vegan diet for the past 7 years. And since I've eliminated these oils, I'm noticing a change in my body, and I'm noticing that I can eat more hearty foods like pastas and brown rice and potatoes more often, more frequently, and I'm still managing to lose weight or maintain my weight. So this is thickening up beautifully. Hopefully you can see the sauce is getting almost too thick to whisk. It's gorgeous. We've eliminated a huge amount of fat grams not putting coconut milk in there. And I'm going to add an entire bag of frozen peas. You could add spinach, baby spinach, or like I said, green beans would be great in here. Actually, I'm going to use a spoon. This looks so good. You could add green peppers, red bell peppers. Any vegetables that you have on hand would be delicious in this dish. I'm keeping it really simple so that you can replicate this with some freezer items as well as some potatoes. This is very inexpensive. Potatoes, onions, and soy milk and vegetable broth. And this would serve a really great dinner party or a large family. So I'm just going to heat that through until those peas heat up. It's pretty much ready to go. I'm going to take a taste of the sauce to see if I need to add any any salt. The seasoning should be spot on. It's all based on your dietary restrictions or consciousness. Dietary consciousness is the word I prefer. My boyfriend came up with this, now fiance I should say. I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to add a little bit more salt. I have about a teaspoon more of salt. And you could also leave that up to your guest or yourself with the salt shaker at the table. That will limit it more, because sometimes people have the tendency of salting and peppering my dishes before they even taste them, and then they're too salty, or they could have eaten them without all the added extra salt. I'm going to top this dish off with some fresh cilantro. Of course, I always add fresh herbs to every dish I make. They increase that antioxidant value immensely. Cilantro has antibacterial properties. It's a wonderful herb to add to your diet. If you don't care for it, keep trying it, just little bits. And I promise you, probably after about 10 tries, you're actually going to crave it. I promise. Keep trying. So I'm going to plate this up. I have a whole wheat pita. I like to eat my curry with whole wheat pita. Jerry likes to eat the curry with brown rice. He likes it to be a little bit heavier of a dish, heartier of a dish. So I'm going to serve this with some brown rice as a base. And, oh, it looks so delicious. Serve this right on top. And this meal is so healthy, so low fat, so full of all the nutrients that your body could possibly need, protein and antioxidants. And we're going to top this with some cilantro. Can't try it. Oh, and I want to thank my friend Yoni for writing into the plantpurity.com page, the Facebook page, and mentioning turmeric. He sent me a post about turmeric and its wonderful health benefits. This is what inspired this dish. So if you have any ideas or any questions, please let me know on Plant Purity's Facebook page or send me a message through plantpurity.com. I'd love to help you out. And this looks delicious, so I'm going to taste it. Oh, you've been waiting for this. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, optimum health will be owned by those who eat an abundance of plants, so eat your fruits and veggies. Best of health to you.